When we open up our Bibles to Judges chapter 2, verses 2 and 3, it reads there, "You shall make no covenant with the inhabitants of this land. You shall break down their altars, but you have not obeyed my voice. What is this you have done? So now I say, I will not drive them out before you, but they shall become thorns in your side, and their God shall be a snare to you." Here we see God telling the people of Israel, don't compromise with the inhabitants of the land. Don't tolerate their ways. Cast them out. Cut them off from that land. But the people of Israel did contrary. They began to have a covenant with them. They began to accept them. They began to have or imitated their lives or mingle their ways with the ways that they were living. And God was upset with them because they chose to compromise. And what was the consequence of it? The people of that land became a thorn in their flesh. They began to be enemies that kept troubling the people of God. And their gods became a snare unto the people. I want to tell you, many a times we live a defeated life is because of our disobedience to God. Is because we choose to move into relationships or covenants, or we begin to compromise with people around us that are not holding on to the standard of God. And that's why we will constantly see ourselves struggling in our workplace, struggling in our health issues, struggling in our finances. Why? Because we are given the enemy a loophole to begin a work in and through us. Well, we need to learn to cut off. We need to learn to say no. We need to learn to be people who choose never to compromise the ways of God, so that we would always live in the favor of God. The people of Israel, every time they compromised, they moved into captivity. The enemies began to rule over them. Every time you compromise, you will move into captivity, bondage, lack, sickness, disease. But the moment you stand for God, you will begin to experience the life that only God can bring. God bless you.